we broadcast on the internet all of our worship services. Well, we have a policy that we will not put congregants on camera. So those of us on the chancel, those of us leading worship, our orchestra, our choir, clergy staff, we all sign releases that say, it's okay to film us. But we've actually, and this is quite a while ago, probably 10 to 15 years ago, but we actually had a church member who was fired twice from a job because a photograph was taken of him at this church, published in the Dallas Morning News when I think it was an anniversary of ours or something. And he was working a job, got fired because of it. Then he got hired at a new job. The former employer called the new employer, told him, and got fired from that job. And so I obviously wasn't around for that, but that has kind of driven a lot of, we really try to protect our congregation. I've served a couple of churches, all very traditional except for this one, but we have an armed guard here on Sundays and on Wednesdays when we have worship services and any major events, because we get threats, we have protests, all of that. One of the great things I love about this church is they figured out early on, if we bought as much property as possible around us, it's private property and you can't protest. We can kick you off. So we actually own 11 acres right here. So the closest any protester can get to us is the public sidewalk on Inwood or on Cedar Springs. And so we were protested last on, I can't remember, it was April of last year was the last time we had a physical protest. But we've had threats, we've had all those kinds of things that I would tell you most churches don't deal with. So there are things that are different about this church. And so the bullying, ironically, I've experienced death threats, but they're from former church members. I mean, they're people in the gay community who project anger, grief, sadness, whatever they're experiencing onto me and other clergy leaders and other leaders in the congregation. And so there's bullying on that front. And then, of course, Fred Phelps hates us. I mean, he's protested here so many times, like, we kind of know him. I mean, like, we're like, oh, Fred's back, So it's almost ironic. But, actually, I have to say he's not protested us recently. I think he's kind of over us because he doesn't get a rise out of us. We've been protested by the KKK. I mean, almost any hate group you can imagine. So, yeah, there's bullying that happens from outside. And frankly, to be candid, I would expect that. I really would. None of that surprises me. When people internally turn on us, it's really pretty painful, and difficult, because it's like, okay, like, we're on the same team here. What's going on, But so it just went dark. Is it still recording?
It should be.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Just in case. Okay, green light. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, we experience bullying both internally